Everyone knows the story of Zimbabwe. A government printed money, prices went insane. $100 trillion bill became a souvenir. That's the noise. Here's the signal. By the time Zimbabwe's printing presses were running hot, the country was already a corpse. The inflation didn't kill it, the inflation was just the smell. Go back to the beginning. Zimbabwe at independence in 1980 was one of Africa's most sophisticated economies. Strong agriculture, real manufacturing, a functioning banking sector. They call it the breadbasket of Africa. And then the government made a series of decisions. Land reforms that looked like justice but skipped the part where the new owners knew how to farm. Productive farms handed to political loyalists. The food output collapsed 45%. And the middle class, the people with capital, skills, and options, read the writing on the wall and left. Every one of them took something irreplaceable with them. And now the tax base is shrinking. Foreign investors are watching and quietly deciding this isn't the place. The banking sector stops lending because who would? Manufacturing falls 29% in a year, then 26% the next year, then 28% the year after that, and then unemployment hits a whopping 80%. And somewhere in all of that, the government still has bills to pay. A war to finance, a political coalition to hold together, allies to reward. So they print. Not because they're stupid, because that's the only tool left. The hyperinflation that followed, prices doubling every single day at its peak, wasn't a monetary event. It was the final audit of every decision made in the decade before it. And the receipt just came due. That's all. Here's what that teaches us. Economies don't collapse from a single bad decision. They collapse from the slow prioritization of political survival over productive capacity. Asset by asset, institution by institution, quietly enough by the time it's undeniable, the people responsible have already moved on to blaming external forces. Zimbabwe blamed Western sanctions. The skeleton doesn't lie, though. When you see a government systematically undermining the institutions that produce real value, while the people who understand those institutions quietly make other arrangements, you don't have to wait for inflation to know what's coming. The printing press is always the last chapter. The story itself started much sooner.